stream should now be working. I'm just going to wait for a moment to make sure that the stream is visible and that you can also see it. In the meantime, I'm gonna set up this, well, I suppose I can show which thing is going to hold on the phone. This engine wash from Maxim. So I'm gonna put it right here. Here is Stefano, my precious. And the stream... wait, that's odd. It's telling me that it hasn't started yet. What's going on? Why can't I see the stream? Yes, okay, so now... No, it's still not... It was working just a moment ago. Oh, so there's two streams. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, so I now know for sure that it's working, so alright, everything's good. Just gonna quickly take care of something. And yeah, I think that should be about everything. One final test. And yeah, everything's working. So, welcome everyone to my second live stream. I would like to live stream more, even though the previous time it didn't really work out as well as I hoped. But the problem is YouTube for some reason doesn't want to let me live stream from their app. It tells me I need to have 50 subscribers, even though I have over 700. Yeah, really nice of you, YouTube, but I can't really do much about that, I guess. So I had to download a third-party app, but then that didn't work, so I had to download it another third-party app. And now that's finally working, so yeah, I'm now going to build this thing. Can I focus on it? Oh, no, I don't think I can. So this is the LEGO Fantastic Four vs. Galactus set that came out for the new movie. And I'm really happy to have it because, well, it's the Fantastic Four. It's a crime that they haven't been made in LEGO yet, but at least they're here now. And so is Galactus. And I really like this set because it has the bare minimum of what you need. It has the Fantastic Four, it has Galactus, and nothing else. There's no unnecessary debris or anything like that. Although I would like to have Franklin and Herbie and Silver Surfer, but that's not important. The core basics are here, and nothing else. So yeah, that's pretty good. Hold on, can I improve the lighting a little bit? I'm not sure if this is better, but I think so, because now you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, now I think it's time to finally unbox this, and I'm going to be talking about this set and about Marvel, and yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything you'd like me to talk about regarding Marvel or even Thomas or anything else, just let me know, and I'm going to answer. Okay, so now I like to use scissors. I know that there's this thing where you can easily open it, but I just prefer it this way. Where is the best? Maybe here? No. Where should I open this? I swear there was a part where there was just tape holding it. Okay, I guess not. Okay, never mind, so I guess we're doing it this way. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't want to do it. It's perfectly fine. Galactus, here we come. Wait. What's... Oh, yeah, there was some glue. Oh, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know, recently LEGO replaced their paper bags with their plastic bags with these paper bags to help the environment, so yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's everything in the box. I'm not going to throw it out, at least not yet. I might find a use for it, we'll see. But yeah, how many bags do we have? We have 4 bags. Fantastic 4 bags. Oh, that's brilliant. Fantastic even. Say that again. We can put this on Stefano for now. We got some stickers, yeah, for Galactus. And we've got the instructions. Oh, I really like this picture at the front. Very simple and elegant, I have to say. And, oh, wait, hold on. I'll be back in just a few seconds. When you're building with Lego, it's better to have a tray so that nothing spills out or anything. So, we have 4 bags numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I wonder which one we'll have to open first. Oh wow, would you believe it? It's bag number 1. This is so shocking. Okay, let's get it over with. So previously with the plastic bags you had to use scissors to open them or something, but now they did these things so that you can easily open them. That's very nice, I like this. I'm glad LEGO is switching from plastic to other things where possible. Obviously it uses plastic bricks for everything, but yeah. If possible, they switch, and I think that's really nice. Oh, one piece stayed behind. One piece. Unintentional. We also have this. We'll open that for later. But now it's time. Wait. Where is the... Am I blind, or is the head missing? It's supposed to be right here in the first bag, but I can't see it. Okay, so maybe it's in this bag. Please tell me it's in this bag. Oh, wait, maybe I can also put this box here so that you can see what we're building. Stefano's kind of in the way, but whatever. Okay, so now we open this. Oh yeah, no, everything's fine. The head was just in this other bag. And that's everything. So, where did I... Get some... Oh yeah, no, I thought I had misplaced the body, but... Yep, no, we have it. He's bald! 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 My eyes! But yeah, here we have Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic, as portrayed by Pedro Pascal. When it was first announced that he was playing Mr. Fantastic, I wasn't sure if he was gonna be a good choice, because I've never seen him in a movie or anything before, so I didn't know how good his acting was. But more importantly, I didn't think he really looked right for the role. Reed Richards has a very specific look, but after I watched the movie, which was fantastic by the way, yeah, he was a really good choice. I especially like that they made him autistic. That was very lovely. But yeah, even though he doesn't look exactly like comic book Reed Richards, I still associate his look kind of with Reed Richards, because I don't know, it just kind of works. There's just one thing about this minifigure, and that's not the movie's fault, of course, I'm just talking about the minifigure. Lego is kind of using less paint because of rising prices and everything. So this minifigure is missing some white paint on the side of his hair, and he should have some gray hair there, but he doesn't. So I think that I might add it in the future, but for now I'm going to keep him like this, at least until I finish this build, we'll see. I might also paint his boots to be more like his costume in the movie, we'll see. And I think I'll also definitely paint his color white, because if you have a look at how the... hold on. If you have a look at the costumes, you'll see that everyone, Johnny, Sue and Ben, they have these white colors, except for Reed, which is so stupid because they're the Fantastic Four, they should have the same costumes. So yeah, I think I'm definitely going to give him a white color. Now I'm going to put him here. Oh, and I almost forgot. You can also give this Reed bigger legs, because of course, as you all probably know, his power is stretching. And yeah, this is what Reed Richards looks like when he's stretched, and yeah, I mean, it looks better when he's walking, I guess, but I don't know. I don't know if I really like this all that much. It's just so obvious that those extended legs are fake. And it's a shame that they didn't give him those longer arms, because they did those for some other minifigures. They did that for Miss Marvel and the Super Adaptoid in the past, so it's a shame they didn't do it for it, but oh well, I'm not too upset about that, I can definitely live with it. But those legs, yeah, they look a bit fake. So, now I'm going to keep him here, and it's time to build. In the meantime, I suppose I can talk about what I thought of the movie and also the MCU as a whole. And then I suppose I can also start talking about the comics and other things from Marvel that I like. So, the movie. I loved it so much. It was, well, I don't want to repeat myself, but it was fantastic. There's just no other word. Although there was definitely some stuff that should have been in there, but it was missing. For instance, a lot of people thought that the movie was cut down, that it was intended to be longer because it just feels like something was missing. And I definitely agree with that. And there's one part of the movie which represents this really well, and it's the opening montage where they fight all those different villains. Because, for example, they mention that they fought the Red Ghost and his Super Apes, which are hilarious villains. I love those guys. And we don't actually see Red Ghost or his Super Apes. We see just one Super Ape, and that's not enough Super Apes. The people demand a monkey. The people demand Reed Richards to kick the crap out of a monkey. And he did do that, but only once. What about the other two monkeys? Yeah. I'm sure other monkey heads are really passionate about that as well. I hope you can see everything well from this angle. I'm trying to adjust it. Okay, what's next? Oh, two of these things. So yeah, Red Ghost was even advertised in the trailer. He was played by John Malkovich, I think. And even despite that, they still cut him from the movie. Which is a shame, and they said that it was for a time. Which is weird because the movie was pretty short. It was only like 2 hours. Which is the standard length for a Marvel movie these days. But I don't know, it would just be so better if they allowed these movies to be as long as they needed, because it definitely feels like Marvel is forcing the movies to be shorter, because that way they can fit more movies into each theater. But, oh, oh well, that's just how it is, I guess. So yeah, I really love the movie. I wish they showed more of the villains. We saw Mole Man, which was cool. We saw one of the super apes, and they also mentioned the Mad Thinker. But wait, what's next? Um, oh yeah, this and wow, I have to say these are some pretty unique pieces. But we are building a construction figure, I suppose. But yeah, they mentioned the Mad Thinker, who is basically an evil genius who wants to, I don't know, beat the Fantastic Four or something. I don't remember his exact motivations. He's a cool villain, but yeah, they also cut him from the film, even though they mention him in the opening montage. And well, I don't know if he was cut or if he was just never intended to actually appear. But I think it's really weird that they even mention and talk about the Mad Thinker being beat in the opening montage, and then it doesn't happen. That's just so disappointing. Yeah. And then a bit later, they also mention other villains. They mention the Puppet Master, they mention the Wizard. They don't actually mention the Frightful Four, which is a bit of a shame, but I can understand that. Who knows, maybe they're saving the Frightful Four for a sequel. For those who don't know, in the comics, the Frightful Four is a team of supervillains who, if I remember correctly, they start as specifically Johnny's villains, because he used to have a solo series running alongside the main series. And in that solo series, he would fight some smaller villains like the Sandman from Spider-Man, the Wizard, and also Pastepot Pete, aka the Chapster. Where did I stop? Oh, this is next. Uh-huh. And then in one issue of the Fantastic Four, they all team up and also recruit Medusa of the Inhumans to their ranks. And then they become the Fantastic Four's enemies. Oh yeah. I like this piece, it looks like a lamp. I should maybe try to find this in white and put it on, I don't know, Proteus or something. I already have a custom lamp, but who knows, maybe I'll find a use for it. So, 4 of these. So yeah, I wish they showed maybe a bit more of the villains. There's also that post-credit scene, but I'm not going to talk about it right now. Oh! Yeah, I just realized, spoilers. It's possible that someone watching this may not have watched the movie. Well, to be fair, if you haven't watched the movie since the, I don't know, last month when it released, you've probably heard about the opening montage by now. So, yeah, I hope that I didn't spoil it to you. I'm going to try to not say many spoilers. But yeah. So, Doctor Doom is going to be in Avengers, huh? Well, I'm not a big fan of it, and if you know a few things about Doctor Doom, I don't think this is going to be a big surprise. Like, if you're just a fan of the movies, I understand that you're excited, and truthfully, I'm a bit too, because finally Doctor Doom is making his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I don't know, Doctor Doom is not an Avengers villain, he is a Fantastic Four villain. He shouldn't debut in another series, that's just so stupid. It's like if, I don't know, if Venom debuted in an Ant-Man movie. Wait, that actually did happen with Kang, and it was stupid. Yeah. I don't know, he's the most famous Fantastic Four villain, and they want to immediately give him to someone else. That's just so mean. He doesn't deserve that. So that's one of the problems. And then Another problem is the casting, because he's going to be played by Robert Downey Jr., which is such a weird casting that when I first heard it, I thought I was reading a parody tweet. That's how weird it was. The problem with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doom. Well, first of all, he's not Romani. Dr. Doom is Romani, and it's a really important part of his character. Actually, it's about as important to him as being Jewish is to Magneto. It's about on that level. So, yeah, that's definitely something that should be respected. But honestly, RDJ being Romani isn't even the main issue for me. I think the main issue is that hold on. Oh yeah, I see. The main issue is that Doctor Doom is not an extension of Iron Man. He's not a part of his cast. He's not an evil Tony variant or something. No, he's just a Fantastic Four character. But I fear that if they are hiring the Iron Man actor to play him, that they are also going to make a big deal of, wow, guys, Iron Man is back, but he's evil. What? And it's just so stupid. Oh hey, someone's in the chat. Hello. Ahoy. Hello Matejko. You might be someone I know from my personal life, I'm guessing. I don't know. I'll check later. Oh, yeah. I stopped here. So I'm worried that they're going to reduce Doom to just an extension of Iron Man, which is very bad. Very, very, very bad. And that's just part of the problem. Another problem is that for him to be an extension of Iron Man, they will also need to show his face. The problem with that is that Doctor Doom show his face even less than Darth Vader. He's that type of character. You pretty much never see his real face. So I fear that they are going to have to ignore that and show his face to make that point of, wow, Tony is back, but he's evil. Which is only going to hurt Doom even more because that's just not what he's supposed to be doing. And wait, I'm doing something wrong. Whoops. This doesn't belong here. Yeah, I knew I should be paying more attention, so... yeah, everything here seems to be correct, I hope. And then... oh, I put it here. Yeah. Okay, everything's good now. So I really hope that the MCU is wise enough not to make that mistake, because we've had a total of 3 Dooms in the live-action movies. There's the one in that unreleased movie from the 90s, which was actually pretty good. And so was Doom in that movie. He was really accurate, and it's clear that the actor Joseph Culp, I believe, that he not only did his research, but that he also respected who Doom is as a character. Which wasn't required of him because that movie was never intended to be released, which he didn't even know. But yeah, he still did a phenomenal job. Then the next Doom was portrayed by... oh... Julian Mac something. I'm really sorry that I don't remember his name because he passed away recently, rest in peace. And I don't mean to disrespect him or anything, but he just wasn't a great Doctor Doom. Oh, yeah. Which wasn't his fault, it was the script's fault because they wrote him terribly. They tried to basically turn him into Norman Osborn from the Raimi movies. Evil CEO who gets betrayed by his board, so he kills them all because he's evil. And yeah, that just sucked too. So... and that was 2 movies. Then there was Fend for Steak, which I don't think I even need to talk about because I hope everyone knows how terrible it was, but I'm going to talk about it anyway. Oh wow, we got 6 people watching, nice. That movie was just so much not a Fantastic Four movie. It has some cool ideas, but it's just one of those live action adaptations which you should ignore because they don't respect the source material. I'm sure almost every fandom from everything knows something like that. Oh, we got our first sticker. Okay, so I need to be careful about this to put it in the right direction because it's a circle. Yeah, so this purple thing at the top that needs to be facing up. So, excuse me for a second. And I did it. Hooray! Oh, yeah, I definitely started to see Galactus in this now. Galactus was so cool in this movie. I'm gonna talk about it in just a second. Oh, we're building something else now. Where did I end? Oh yeah, Fantastic, terrible Fantastic Four adaptation, and also a terrible Doctor Doom adaptation, not just because he looked like a crash dummy. They tried to make him in like a weird antisocial hacker or something, and then he became like, I don't know, a nihilus? Who is a completely different villain? I don't know, it was just so weird, and it's so obvious that they used him mainly because, oh, it's Doctor Doom, he's the most famous Fantastic Four villain, we have to use him. Which is the reason why all of the other movies used him, but yeah. I'm kind of glad that First Steps didn't use Doctor Doom, not just because of that Robert Downey Jr. issues, but also because it's nice to finally put the attention on some other part of their mythos, even though it's Galactus again. But yeah, now that they faced Galactus and they're going to face Doctor Doom in an Avengers movie, I really wonder what's going to be next, because I'm really not sure. If I had to guess, I think the Negative Zone is probably going to be next. It's a pretty important piece of the Fantastic Four mythos, so it makes sense to be included. Which would also mean that Annihilus would be the main villain, or possibly Blastar, but probably Annihilus. Another possibility is maybe the Frightful Four. Those would be nice to see. I would really like to see that adaptation of that story that introduced Black Panther and Wakanda. In the comics, Wakanda was under attack, so he went to the Fantastic Four for help. And the villain of that was Claw, who was the bad guy at the start of the Black Panther movie. But the problem with that is that they can't adapt it because they already introduced Wakanda and the Black Panther in Civil War. So they can't do that unless they would reboot the MCU, which they're apparently planning, but that's another idea I'm just not fond of, because the MCU has problems, yes, but certainly not enough that it needs to be completely rebooted. And Feige said that it's not a complete reboot, it's just a reset. What the F was he talking about? Seriously, what exactly is a reset but not a reboot? Is it like a reset in the sense that it doesn't affect continuity? I don't know, I would really like to know, but I hope that they don't reset much. They're probably going to do that thing of, now that the universe has been reset, the Fantastic Four and X-Men have always been there. But that's so stupid. Because that would mean that basically the MCU has no natural Fantastic Four and X-Men and anything that belong to it. That it basically has to take them from other universes. And because of that, there's never going to be a proper MCU Fantastic Four, because they're just going to be taken from another universe. And by the MCU, I don't mean the series, I mean the specific universe. Earth 199999. Not 616, by the way, don't trust the Feige propaganda. Oh, I'm getting a bit heated, I think. But this is personal to me. I really like Marvel's system of the multiverse, where everything is canon and everything has its own number. And then comes along the MCU and says, oh yeah, actually we'll take the number that belongs to the most important universe in all of Marvel. It actually belongs to us. No, that's so stupid. Get your own number. It's kind of like if, I don't know, if Mattel, instead of Nia, introduced Edward, who was Nia, but her name was Edward. Kind of like that. And, well, to be fair, Nia wasn't... Oh, well, I don't want to get into that Nia drama, but... Nia was kind of overhated, I'll say that. Hi, Cars123 MTNU Airplane fan. I like your username. Where did I end? I start talking and then I forget. Okay, so I put this here and then there's this. So yeah, I hope the MCU reset isn't too drastic because it wouldn't be good, I think. They don't even need to do a reboot to achieve some things that they want to fix. For example, if they want to bring Iron Man or Captain America or someone else back from the dead, they don't need to do a reboot. They can just say, oh, actually they've been revived by a villain. Or actually they survived. Or something like that, you know. You don't need to do a universe-wide reboot to bring back a single character. That's just pointless. I also hope that they're not going to destroy the entire multiverse, because the multiverse is not an extension of the MCU. If anything, it's the opposite, so the MCU shouldn't destroy something that doesn't really belong to it. Especially when other series like X-Men 97 belong to it. Yeah, I'm just not really a big fan of the direction the MCU seems to be heading towards. Oh, now we're going to be using these daggers. Can you see them? Oh, yeah, this is probably the best. So yeah, I have to put them right here. Yeah, this way. So I hope it's just partially false rumors, partially bad assumptions, and not actually what's going to be on. I hope they handle Doctor Doom well, although introducing him in Secret Wars, of all places, is just a really bad idea, because that's his finale, it's not his debut. Okay. We got part 1 of 4 finished. We built Galactus' torso, and we built ETHs. I'm just gonna show him again because I like him. I'm so happy that I finally have ETHs. That's another thing. For a long time, because of the success of the Avengers... wait, hold on for a second. Open. Open sesame. Oh, something got left here. 2 pieces actually. Yeah, that should be everything. And oh, nice! We have another minifigure. Pants. Torso. Head. It's the Invisible Woman! Yay! Yeah, that's another minifigure I'm really happy to own. Hold on, I'm just going to adjust her head slightly. Yeah, this looks maybe a little bit better. Such an important character to Marvel's mythos, and finally she's getting a LEGO minifigure. And actually that hairpiece looks a little bit familiar. Hold on. That's... Oh, that's interesting. It appears to be the same hair they used for her oak. Cool. Hang on, I'm just going to see what does it look like if I switch their heads. Well, her oak looks like the Dazzler. And the Invisible Woman looks like oak. So that's nice. So yeah, Invisible Woman, important Marvel character. I'm glad to finally have her, same with the rest of the team. And the problem was, for a long time, the Avengers were so successful with their movies that the other two important corner pieces of Marvel, the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, were severely neglected. Marvel even tried to end their comic series basically out of spite because they didn't have the rights to their movies. Here's the Invisible Woman with her shields. And here is her alternate expression. Yeah, this is definitely the best alternate expression they could have chosen for this minifigure. One thing I don't like about this figure is that he's smiling on both sides. That feels a bit kind of like a waste, I don't know. It would be nice if he had another emotion. But yeah, Marvel severely neglected the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, which also meant that for a long time they got basically no LEGO sets. The X-Men got a few sets in 2012 and 2014, which were decent, but they only gave us Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm, Magneto, and friggin' Deadpool of all characters. No Jean Grey outside of a Comic Con exclusive figure, and no Beast, no Nightcrawler, no Oak. Until now, when X-Men 97 came out, and we finally started getting some more non-Avengers sets. So I got the X-Men 97 Blackbird, the jet plane that the X-Men use. And I'm very grateful for that. It came with some of the more important characters. I also got the CMF series, which came with Beast and Storm. Wait, I can't see the next piece. Oh, that's because it's supposed to be in dark blue. And then they also made that LEGO also made the X-Men X-Mansion, which is a really cool set, but it's just too big and expensive for me. So it seems that for now I'm not going to get Jean Grey, or Bishop, or Gambit, or Magneto in his classic outfit, or Jean Grey. Did I say her already? I don't know. But I'm fine with that. I already got enough of the X-Men. I even made a custom Nightcrawler. I might show him later. Speaking of customs, I'm also planning to make a custom Colossus and also a custom Morph, because they seem like pretty easy customs to make, and I'm not sure what it wants me to do right now. What is this? So there's this thing, and then... Oh, I get it. So you have to put this here. Oh, this is interesting. it clicks and it stays in place. It doesn't spin on its own. That's very good. And then where am I supposed to put it? Oh, I get it. So I put this here, and I put this... No. This! Oh yeah, similar pieces, I almost got confused. So this is the thing that got me stuck for a second. Where did I end? Yes, so I'm not going to get all of the X-Men right now, but that's okay. I'm glad that I at least have some of them. And that I also have the transport. And now I also have the Fantastic Four along with Galactus, the second most famous bad guy. I would really like to get Doctor Doom, but maybe not the MCU-inspired version when it comes out. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, yeah. You need to be sure before you put some pieces of Lego together. You need to be sure that you're not making a mistake. One of these. I hope you guys can see everything. I don't... Well, actually I can look at it this way. Yeah, I guess you guys are seeing everything. And... Hold on. I just noticed. Why did I put this at... Why did I not make this widescreen? Why am I doing it this way? Yeah, you know what? I might actually end this stream so that I can put this into widescreen. I think that would be better for you guys to watch. Although, you know what? I think it doesn't matter. If you're watching this on mobile, it doesn't matter. And if you're watching this on the computer, it's probably okay too. So, no, I'm going to keep it this way for simplicity's sake. But yeah, I just put this thing on, and then this. And then this. Okay. And then I have to put it back to Galactus himself. Here, I guess. I hope I'm doing it right. Wait. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. Oh, yeah. So now he has a part of his leg, and it can do this, and it can also do this. So that's very good. Enough pieces of articulation that he can make some cool poses, so that's lovely. I'm going to put him right here. Oh, and since I'm building this... Oh no! He killed Susan Storm! Yeah, since I'm building Galactus, I think I can also say... Oh, I can also say that I'm planning to make a quick video where he fights Stefano on this new layout that I recently built. Oh wow, what a nice layout. Sure, it would be upsetting if a giant cosmic being arrived and started destroying everything. Oh well. We are lucky that Earth has a protector who can save us from Galactus. It's going to be so awesome. So yeah, back to building. So yeah, I have to do this. Why did I stop? Yeah, oh yeah, I know. So I'm glad that LEGO finally made some sets with the Fantastic Four and with the X-Men. Shame that Doctor Doom hasn't been yet made. Well, he was made a couple years ago in a Spider-Man set. I'm not thankful for that, but I don't have that figure. So I'm gonna have to wait for a moment. Oh, we're back at this. Um... Yeah, I think that's right, and then... Yep. This is so easy. So I hope they make Doctor Doom soon. Well, they are going to make him, that's obvious. But what other Fantastic Four minifigures would be lovely to see? Well, of course, Franklin Richards and Herbie would be really cool. And also the Silver Surfer. Yeah, actually I wish they made the Silver Surfer in this, but I understand that she was skipped. It's a big loss because I can go to the LEGO store. They sell those LEGO figures attached to keychains. And one of them is just a shiny silver plain minifigure. So I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to cut off the keychain. And I'm going to draw some very simple body detailing for the Silver Surfer. And because that minifigure doesn't come with silver hair, I'm probably going to make the comic version of Silver Surfer, who is a man named Norrin Red. So it's a shame I'm not going to have the movie version, but Norrin Red is the more important Silver Surfer, so it's not a big deal. And speaking of Norrin Red and Shalabal, I don't mind how the movie changed it. They made a pretty good reason for why it needed to be Shalabal and not Silver Surfer. That, and I also understand that they wanted to specify this was an alternate universe, and theoretically, hypothetically, if we see Galactus again in the MCU, specifically in the main timeline in Earth 19999, we might see him with Norrin Red instead. Although I would like to see Shalabal again, actually. I can't see the piece. Oh, yeah, never mind, it's here. So, did I do everything right? Yes, I did. So yeah, he can do this, and he can also do this. You can even turn his leg around like this. But yeah, now he's looking a little bit more complete. So yeah, Shalabal was pretty cool, and Galactus. One thing I didn't really appreciate about the MCU Galactus is that he was kind of gay, and that's just something that plagues many comic book movies for some reason. I guess they think that gay is more mature or more realistic, I don't know. But Galactus is a very bright character. Look at how purple he is. And he is a little bit purple in the movie, but not enough. He needed to be more purple. So yeah, that was a big shame. But he was still a million times better than that Cloud he was in a previous non-MCU movie. That goes without saying. Doesn't mean he was perfect though. And yeah, other than that, as for how he was handled as a character, yeah, I think this was a pretty good adaptation of Galactus. One thing I don't like is that it might make newcomers think that Galactus's main deal is wanting Franklin Richards and not just consuming planets. No, he mainly wants to consume planets, and Franklin is a later thing, basically. Okay, I just built this. Brain freeze, yeah. Then I have to do this. But yeah, I thought he was handled well. His comic lore seems to be 99% intact, which is really cool. And I hope we get to see him again. We'll definitely have to see him again. I kind of like how they took advantage of this. Well, actually, no, I'm not sure if I like this. So Fantastic Four, as I'm sure everyone knows, takes place in an alternate universe. It doesn't take place in the main MCU. It takes place on Earth 828, which is a reference to Jack Kirby's birth date. He was there either a co-creator or a main creator, depending on how you want to look at it. I don't know enough about how much Stan Lee contributed to know for sure, because I know that there was some beef about who contributed more and all that. But I don't want to get into that now. But yeah, what's important is that the movie takes place in an alternate universe, and I'm not a fan of that. And I don't even think it was really necessary. I would prefer it if it was just on the MCU. And I think you could still make everything that the movie did work without taking anything away. Wait, that's odd. On my computer, the stream is lagging. Oh, yeah, it's okay. I keep forgetting where I stopped. But yeah, then there's this, and then... Oh, now I'm going to pay a little bit more attention. Just to be sure. Oh, yeah, here. Oh, 9 of these. Now we're getting somewhere. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No 4. Oh, never mind. He is 4. And he is also 5. Looks kind of spiky, like a cactus. What's next? Some weird small thing. So yeah, I would prefer it if the movie took place in the main MCU, so that the MCU could have its own Fantastic Four that actually is a natural part of the universe, because I just think it would work a lot better. And you might be thinking, oh, but in that case, how come the other heroes like the Avengers don't show up? Well, I'm glad you asked. Silver Surfer takes them out. Simple as that. She already does something similar in the movie. So maybe like the Earth's other heroes mobilize so that they can maybe... Oh, I just noticed I was meant to be building this twice. Yeah, so I'll have to go back a few pages. Okay. Yeah, here. So we're doing this again. Where? Oh, yeah, here. Then I have to do this, and then this. So yeah, if it was up to me, this would take place on the main MCU universe. The other heroes wouldn't do anything at first because it's the Fantastic Four who are going to space. They can handle it themselves. And then, when it's time to defend Earth against Galactus, Silver Surfer takes the other heroes out. She doesn't kill them, of course, but, you know, they can't do anything. Oh, yeah, I know what to do now. And so only the Fantastic Four is left. And that way you can still very much do the thing where, oh, the Fantastic Four are beloved by the public because of how special they were. Because the fact that they and only they were able to stop Galactus and the other heroes weren't, is just something, would be something very special. So it's a shame they didn't do that. That's probably my biggest regret for this movie because, you know, a lot of people are tired of the multiverse. Personally, I'm not because I think people are kind of over exaggerating the issues, but I don't understand why Marvel thought it was a good idea to complicate the origins of some of the most important characters with multiverse BS. That's just so unnecessary. You know, when Spider-Man, when they got back the rights to Spider-Man, they didn't make him a multiversal character. They just made him a natural variant from the MCU, like any other character, like Iron Man, like She-Hulk, like Thor, like everyone. So I don't understand why they have to do it differently with these guys. Yeah. Because it's not like you need to make them weird alternate universe variants. You can just introduce them in the MCU like you do with any other character. You know? Like you did with Moon Knight and She-Hulk and Ironheart and Shuri and the Thunderbolts, you know? All of these characters who are natural parts of the MCU. Hi, Soskna. Uh, where did I end? Oh yeah, here. So yeah, all of those characters, they are a natural part of the MCU and that's how it should be because why complicate the origins with multiverse BS? And yes, if you put them in the MCU from the start, you lose that retro futuristic world. And while that is a very nice thing, be honest, it's not necessary. You know, I could easily live without it if it means we get to have a more normal Fantastic Four adaptation. Oh, now it's back. Now it's time for these things again. So yeah, and also I wanna say even if this was in the main MCU universe, I think I would probably be okay with how they changed Noinred for Sharbal as the Silver Surfer. I think I could live with that. Although I would definitely understand why Silver Surfer fans would be angry that their favorite character wouldn't be making a debut. So yeah, actually maybe they should use Silver Surfer in the main timeline when they finally introduce Galactus there. Oh wait, I did this wrong. Yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. And now... So I think I said pretty much everything I needed to say about the movie, I think. I don't know. Herbie was really cool, shame he's not in this set. Here? Yeah, here. Okay. And now... Oh, I see. Oh, one more thing. I love the theme song. Michael Giacchino, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Oh, yeah, I almost put this the wrong way. He did a fantastic job with the theme song. Fantastic Four! Oh, now his legs are looking a little bit more complete. They are pretty big, wow. And yeah, there's more than enough articulation in the knees. That's really cool. I especially like how here at the knees there's this triangle thing that, you know, that this triangle locks into this thing. That's very nice. I like that. Oh, but now I have to make him lay down. Okay, now it's time for back number 4. So, who do you think is going to be in this? The Thing or the Human Torch? We'll see. And the answer is... The Thing! Yay! Uh-huh. Then also this smaller bag. I'll deal with that in just a second. Yeah, this is actually pretty good timing because I was kind of running out of things to say about specifically the movie, and now I get a chance to talk about Ben. His subplot in the movie was kind of meh because he didn't actually really do anything, but I'm fine with it. And now his design. So this is the first time that in live action that Ben Grimm, the Thing, the ever-loving blue-eyed Thing, is wearing a full suit instead of just pants. And I'm fine with it. I don't mind this decision at all. Oh, I also have to give him these gauntlets so that it looks like he has bigger hands. If I can just put them on. Hold on. I'm just going to type hi to Soskna. Why can't I put the gauntlet in the thing, in the thing's hand? Come on. Why is it not? There we go. Oh, and I had to drop his head. So yeah, I don't mind that he now wears a full suit. I think that's nice. But his size is something that some people talk about, both in the movie and in the LEGO set. And yeah, I know that Ben is often illustrated in some comics and even in some shows and such as a bigger character who's kind of the same size as the Hulk. But that's not actually how he's supposed to be, because if you look at the comics, in most of them he's actually the same size as kind of everyone else. So now that he's here, I'm going to put him next to Reed and Sue. Yeah, very nice. Now we're just missing Johnny. Some people dislike how this isn't a big fake, but that's actually accurate to the movie because it's accurate to the comics, which means he's kind of the same height as everyone else. So when it comes to how tall this minifigure is, it's accurate. But yeah, he should definitely be a little bit bulkier. And I actually have an idea on how they should do that. Hold on. Get ready for a big brain idea. I think that they should make LEGO Thing the same way as Chewbacca. Well, not exactly the same, but kind of similar. So Chewbacca, he has normal LEGO pants and a normal LEGO torso, but then he has this thing which you put on top, and because of that he's a little bit taller than the usual minifigure. Yeah, and it works really well. And I think that LEGO should do something like this that's not exclusive to one character, but can be used for multiple characters, like the Thing. Another character that I think needs it is Venom, because he's also somewhere in that middle spot between the Hulk and a normal LEGO minifigure. So he should also be kind of like Chewbacca, but he's not. So he would definitely benefit from that piece, if it existed. So yeah, Venom, the Thing, and also what's his name? Oh yeah, She-Hulk would also need this. I think it would definitely help her. And Colossus. Oh yeah, that's who I was forgetting. Colossus from the X-Men would also need it, I think. And that's about everything. Yeah. Maybe Thor, but that's kind of pushing it. I don't think he needs it. And Hercules, but yeah, now I'm just listing a bunch of characters. I don't think this is important by now. So yeah, back to building, and I see there's only one person, and I don't know if it's me because I'm also watching this stream on the computer. So I hope there's one other person. Um. Oh yeah, wait. I should. Yeah, you can see it now, I think. So what's next? Oh, there's that piece that looks like a lamp, but in brown. Cool. Um, I'm not sure if I feel like talking at this point, but I'm gonna do it anyway to make this more interesting. So yeah, the movie was cool. The current direction of the MCU not so much. Oh wait, I was only supposed to put one of those things there. After Secret Wars, I hope they keep the aesthetic, and even better, I hope that they extend it to the rest of the universe. But I don't know, I don't feel like talking about the MCU. You know, I've been burned too many times. I keep wishing, oh, when they adapt this storyline from the comics or this character is going to be so awesome. Then they adapt it, and it's almost nothing like the actual character or the storyline. And I'm just disappointed. And it's happened too many times, so at this point, I think I'm just done with the MCU. I went to see the Fantastic Four because the director was very much a fan of the comics, and he made the movie as accurate as it could be, and I'm very thankful for that, and also because the costumes actually looked like the characters. They weren't the usual over-designed rubbish. But I don't think I'm going to check the rest of the MCU, with the exception of the Spider-Man movies, because come on, it's Spider-Man. Of course I have to see his movies. Yeah. And his current costume looks great. I hope that Scorpion and the other characters in that movie also look as good. But yeah, aside from the Fantastic Four and Spider-Man, I don't know if I'm going to check out anything else. Honestly, I don't even think I'm going to check out Doomsday and Secret Wars because it's already clear it's going to be nothing like the comic storyline. Because the comic storyline was, first of all, it had this massive build-up that was a big part of why it was so good. Meanwhile, MCU Secret Wars has pretty much no build-up, so already half of it is basically not salvageable, probably. And the other problem is that it's most of all a story about Reed and Victor, Victor Von Doom, Doctor Doom. And um, but the problem is that it's Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars, which is so stupid. The Avengers are not the center of the universe. The Fantastic Four and X-Men are just as important to the universe as a whole. So yeah. And I already talked about how I fear that the MCU is going to mess Doctor Doom up because they're going to make him an extension of Iron Man. They're going to make a big deal out of, wow, Tony is evil. Would you believe that? Well, yeah, I guess. Oh, this is his shoe. Oh yeah, like this. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. He's looking awesome, and he's not even finished. What's next? Oh, I have to build the second shoe. Yeah, I've already built one, so this is going to be quick and easy, lemon squeezy. So it's very possible I'm not going to check Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm going to wait for a second to see what people think of it. And by people, I don't mean the general audience, I mean other fans of the comics. Because, yeah, I think that I value their opinion more than that of the average MCU fan. Apologies if you are an MCU fan watching this, but we are just in different fandoms, I suppose. Um, Wait, hold on. Give me just a few seconds. Okay, I am back. Is there anyone? Yes, there is. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. Oh dear, he's taking over. Where did I put... Oh, here it is. So the reason I'm basically possibly not going to watch Doomsday and Secret Wars is that I've been burned by the MCU too many times. Too many times I've thought, oh, yay, a character that I like is going to be adapted, and then they're treated horribly because it seems that they have no respect for the source material. Like, in Black Widow, there was Taskmaster. He's a very fun character. Um, he's kind of like Deadpool, but funnier. A lot funnier. Um, and he's a villain. And he was the main villain of the movies, so I thought, yeah, cool. And then, oh, I should also mention MCU Taskmaster is a girl. In the comics, she's a man. And I do not care about this at all. This isn't something that bothers me. I know it bothers some people, and it's not a problem. It doesn't matter if Taskmaster is a boy or girl. That doesn't affect how well the character is treated and written and all that. But unfortunately, in the movies, Taskmaster was portrayed terribly. They literally did the same thing to her that they did to X-Men Origins Deadpool. Which is bizarre because that's like... That's the... That's famously the worst possible adaptation ever. And the MCU did it again. And people are defending it. And that's one of the reasons why I'm kind of tired of the MCU, the bootlickers, because there's just a certain group of people who bootleg everything that the MCU does, even when it's obviously just a bad decision. Like what they did to Taskmaster, because it was nothing like the character from the comics. You know, Thomas fans, imagine if, for example, TV series Stanley, the one from The Great Discovery, was an adaptation of Stanley from the Railway series. And you might think, but that's stupid because they're nothing alike. Yeah, exactly, that's what I mean. That's what it often is with comic book adaptations in live action. And I used to think that the MCU is one of the better ones. Oh, I accidentally missed a part of his shoe. I'm going to have to fix it. I used to think that the MCU was one of the better ones when it came to this. And maybe it was in the past, but at this point, it's clearly not. You know? And that sucks, you know. It's a shame. I used to love this series, but I've been disappointed too many times. And then that's not even all. that happened to Taskmaster. So she was adapted terribly, but they actually made it so that she was brainwashed and we never actually saw her true personality. So if they wanted to fix her, they could have done that. They could have given her the comic accurate personality and said, oh, now that she's in control of herself, this is who she is. And it would have been perfect. But no, instead they killed her off. Because they had no interest in actually saving her or adapting the character properly. And because of that, we might never see Taskmaster again in live action. Isn't that awesome? You know, a fan favorite character gets ruined because someone doesn't care about the comics. Yeah. And this kind of thing keeps happening again and again. Taskmaster is the biggest example, but it's far from the only one. Then there's also Quantumania. Oh, sticker. Number 5? Okay. Yeah, there's also Quantumania and how they treated Kang. Kang the Conqueror is my favorite Marvel villain. If you want to know why, I recommend that you either watch Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, the cartoon, or that you read Avengers Forever, a 12-issue miniseries by Kurt Busiek, and in my opinion the best piece of media with Kang in it. At least which I've read so far. Oh. But the MCU handled him terribly, because if you watched Quantumania, I don't think you would even realize that he is a time travel villain, because they just didn't mention it at all. They changed his gimmick from time travel and from a conflict with himself to basically multiverse, infinite variants, scary. And it was so boring. And then in the post-credit scene, you could see Immortus, who is basically Kang at a future point in time, when he changed a lot as a character. Immortus and Kang hate each other very much, but then in the post-credit scene, Immortus is in charge of all the alternate Kangs. So it's clear that they just didn't care about Immortus as a character and they just made him Kang, but leader. I don't know. So Quantumania was basically strike one, I guess. And then soon after came Secret Invasion. And I don't think I need to tell you a lot about Secret Invasion for you to know that it was strike 2, because it was just so bad. And it's not just that it was bad. There later came out an article that apparently Marvel banned the director of Secret Invasion from reading the comic it was based on. Which is so stupid. Like, if you're adapting a certain story, then you should at least, read it. But instead it was a completely different story, and it sucked. And it wouldn't have sucked if someone bothered to actually read the comic. And I don't know why people still keep pretending like the MCU is comic accurate when it does crap like this, when it bans its directors from even reading the comics, So that's basically when I almost completely lost faith in the MCU. And then Doctor Doom as Robert Downey Jr. and the removal of Kang, that was the final straw. I just can't deal with this anymore. The MCU chose to ignore the comics and treat them as disposable material. That's fine, they made their decision. They're probably not going to miss my money because, well, they are the biggest media franchise on the planet. I'm well aware I'm probably not going to change anything, but I'm just not going to watch most of these movies anymore. Because why should I? I like the comics, and this isn't like the comics, even though it should be, so I'm just not going to watch it. Simple as that. But as I said, I am going to make an exception for if something is good and accurate, like Fantastic Four. Um, what's next? Mm, um, oh, I get it. And something that bootleggers of the MCU have been saying is, oh, you just hate it because it's not accurate exactly one to one, which is nonsense and it's not true. I don't need or want one-to-one adaptations. Obviously, I would appreciate them, but I don't need them. Fantastic Four First Steps wasn't a one-to-one adaptation, but it was still accurate because it respected the source material. That's all I want, you know. And even that is apparently too much, so. Well, okay, I'm just not going to watch it in that case. Um, and this decision also even makes sense from a time standpoint, because I could watch a 2 hour movie and also go to the cinema and wait for the movie to start and then go back home and everything. Or I could stay home and I could read like a minimum of, I guess, 18 comics. I could do that if I wanted. And that's what I want, so that's what I'm going to do. And it's a lot of fun. I love comics, they are awesome. Um, but I don't want to keep complaining about the MCU all the time, so I want to start talking about something that I like. Who's excited for Beyond the Spider-Verse? That's also not a exactly accurate movie, especially with how it portrays Miguel O'Hara, Spider-Man 2099. He's my favorite alternate Spider-Man, but he's basically a completely different character. But it's okay because it's really, really good, so I'm willing to make an exception. And it's just so awesome. You know? Um. Uh. Wait, I did a mistake. Yeah, I did. So yeah, I'm very excited for that movie. And actually, in just a few weeks, LEGO is going to release a set of those boxes where you don't know what's inside of them. And they are going to have minifigures based on characters from across the Spider-Verse. I'm definitely going to get Miguel O'Hara and a few of the others, probably Hobie, Baviter, Gwen and Miles, and maybe a few others, we'll see. Sun Spider would be lovely, but she's not important. Oh, I really want to get Peter B. Parker with Baby May. They would be awesome. Yep. So now Galactus has a hand that belongs here, and that belongs here. Okay, Galactus is now taking even more shape. That's awesome. Let me guess. Now it's going to be hand number 2. Yep, called it. And again, a sticker. Okay? Not a problem. So yeah, I'm very excited for Spider-Verse. I'm going to get some of the minifigures. Oh, wait. Uh, uh, this sticker is causing me some trouble. There we go. Haha, he didn't beat me. Um, I almost forgot to mention, I'm also planning to buy the LEGO Peter Parker Spartan set that came out recently. I'm going to wait until I find it on sale because LEGO is just a bit too expensive right now. But I can't wait until I buy it because it's a cool set. And I'm glad that it has MJ and a place for her and Peter to live in. And that's also why I want to get that minifigure with Peter B. Parker and Baby May. Because first of all, Peter has a more he has a much nicer face in that. One that suits him a lot more. But also, you know, he comes with his and MJ's daughter, who is a character who is sadly missing from the comics right now. So I would very much like a good set for that, a good set where I can display Peter, MJ, and little baby May. That would be very lovely. And that's one of the reasons why I like the set. I also like that it's kind of based on that era of Spider-Man from the 80s, where Peter Parker lived on an apartment in Chelsea Street. That's actually something I really like about this set. For a couple years now, LEGO Marvel sets have been very, very bad. They're not based on comics or movies or anything. They're just weird random playsets not based on anything. And it's so weird. And those playsets aren't even interesting. It's Spider-Man and his car, Venom and his car, Spider-Man and his giant robot suit, Iron Man and his car, Hulk and his car, Spider-Man and his another robot suit. You see what I mean? It's just so boring. So nothing. But now LEGO is trying to make it better, I guess. They made that Oscorp set, which is something they should have done a long time ago, but better late than never. I am certainly very grateful for that. They made that set based on Spider-Man 2 with the subway. And they also made Peter Parker's apartment. I would love to get them all, but I think I'm just going to get the apartment. And one reason why I like it is that it's based on the comics. Specifically on my favorite era of not just Spider-Man, but of Marvel in general. Because there's a sticker on that apartment with the edges, and it's something Chelsea Street. And Chelsea Street is where Peter Parker lived in that era. I love that reference. You know, it's so little, but it means a lot to me. And similarly, it's also a nice callback that that exact same set also features the Hobgoblin. He's a very cool villain, but most importantly, he comes from this exact era, and I don't think that's a coincidence. On the other hand, the set also comes with Anti-Venom, who is from a completely different era. He's like 20 years elsewhere. But whatever, I'm just glad that we got a set with the apartment on Chelsea and Hobgoblin. Because I would really like to have Hobgoblin, he's a fun villain. Oh, yeah, the hand. So, LEGO Spider-Man at least is on the right track. But where will LEGO go from there? I don't know. It would be nice if they made that, what's it called? If they made the adult collectors version of Oscorp, you know, that kind of big building, modular, that's the word. Modular Oscorp, which is in the same style as the X-Mansion, as Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle. Just a huge building with tons of detailed minifigures, including characters who maybe didn't get a chance to show up in previous sets. I would love to see that with Oscorp, it would be a great opportunity. But before that, they should make a modular for the Baxter building, because that's more relevant right now. And after that, I don't know, maybe they should make a set in that modular style about Aunt May's house. That's a kind of recognizable location, I guess. Uh-huh. Okay, second hand complete. Now I have to put it here. Oh, this is looking very good. I love this. Um, what's next? Well, of course the head, but we also haven't done his skirt yet. This battle skirt. Very nice design. I think they did a great job with this design. That actually reminds me, a lot of LEGO fans, they wanted this Galactus to look like a giant minifigure. And I certainly understand this, and I don't even disagree, but personally I prefer him when he looks like this, because he's not like Ant-Man, who is a normal guy who can grow. He's this weird cosmic being. He's kind of like a horror beyond comprehension. So I think it's very fitting that he looks different from a normal LEGO minifigure. Is that everything? Yes? Is that everything? No? Yeah, that's everything. Okay, so now we finally have the last member of the Fantastic Four. Say hello to Johnny Storm. Oh, in person I love this minifigure a lot. Very cool. Although there's just one teeny tiny little problem. Is the same face as Peter Parker. And this is kind of what I was talking about when I said that I prefer the Peter Parker head from the CMF minifigure series. I just don't like this standard Peter Parker head because it doesn't look like him. Or like any other character, I guess. And yeah. Even the second variant is identical, which I understand, but you know, I think it works. I think it still sort of works as Johnny Storm. But I don't know, I would like to see him with a better face sometime in the future, perhaps. But yeah, it's cool that I now have Peter and Johnny because they are kind of... Well, they are not best friends, but they are... friends. And... Oh, hold on, sorry. I just need to quickly do something for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad to have Johnny and Peter, and also Johnny and Spidey. These two are pretty big friends. In fact, Johnny even built the Spider-Mobile. So yeah, very nice to have them together. Wait a minute, I wonder... What if I did this? Well, it's not perfect because obviously when Peter joined the Fantastic Four, he had a completely different suit, but you know, this still works. I like this. Oh, I might even display Spidey with the rest of the Fantastic Four later. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, Johnny also has these fire pieces so that he can shoot fire. If I can just put it in his hand. Yep. Yeah, here it is. And something that's cool is that if you press down on it, you can send this piece flying wherever it's facing. I'm not gonna do that now so I don't lose it, but you can do that if you want. And where is it? That's odd. There should also be another orange piece, but I can't see it anywhere. Oh yeah, here it is. So you're supposed to put this under his legs, which I'm not a fan of because now he can't do different poses with his legs. But whatever. And then you put these fire pieces in. And yeah, now he's flying. What's a bit unfortunate is that he... wait, I'm just going to display him with the rest of the four. If I can just do it right. Yeah, there we go. This is a complete team. I love this. Oh. But I do not like how this doesn't make him stand, so I'm just going to put it to the side for now. But yeah, we have Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, the Ever-Loving Thing, and the Human Torch. How cool. Okay, now it's time to finally finish Galactus. So there is this long thingy. So here's the thing. How did I not make that joke until now? And you put that into this. Oh, wait, you can't see it very well, I think. Yeah, this should be better. So yeah, This is a very interesting design, and I might even talk a little bit less. Partially because I'm a bit tired now, because it's almost 9 in the evening, so, you know, it's been a day. Not a busy one, but a day. So I don't feel like talking a lot, but I am missing another piece. Where is it? Oh, here it is, a brown circle. Go in. Yep. There it is. So what did I talk about? I talked about Galactus and how he doesn't look like a Lego figure, but how it's okay. I talked about the movie. I talked about the movie, which I liked. I talked about the MC, which I didn't like. So I guess I can talk about other things that I liked. I like animated projects. I enjoyed Across the Spider-Verse. And I also very much enjoyed Earth's Mightiest Heroes, which is a cartoon from a couple years ago. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to... Oh, we're finally... Oh, this is a paint! I thought it was a sticker. So, hold on. If I can just put it where it's supposed to... Why can't I put... Ah! Oh, there we go. Check this out. This isn't a sticker, they painted this. That's very nice. Yeah, this is a very cool design for Galactus's face. It's pretty much what you'd expect. I'm a little bit disappointed it doesn't have those iconic square eyes, but that's not a big deal. Ho ho ho. Okay, what do we have next? We have these two orange things. So I really like Mightiest Heroes. I wish it got a chance to continue. I like Spectacular Spider-Man. I like X-Men the Animated Series and X-Men 97. I especially like Spider-Man the Animated Series. That's one of the main series I grew up with. Wait, what's now? I think like this? Yeah. So yeah, I grew up with various cartoons and Spider-Man the Animated Series was probably my favorite. And it's because I had the complete series, and also because it ran for so long. Oh yeah, I forgot it was also supposed to go here. And I just loved it how it was this big, expansive world with lots of status quo changes, where the characters interacted with each other a lot, not just Spider-Man with other characters, but other characters with other characters. It was a very rich world, and I loved it so much. And now, if you can believe it, it's coming back in a comic book form, which I think is a sign that we're also getting a cartoon revival soon, similar to X-Men 97, because a couple years before X-Men 97 was announced, Marvel did the same thing with the original show, that they also made a sequel as a comic, and it sold well, so they also made a show. And now they've announced a comic that's a sequel to the Spider-Man cartoon, and I think that it's now basically a 100% guarantee that in the future we're going to have it as a cartoon, that sequel. The only question is when. And then of course there's another question of will Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man be an issue? That was an interesting series and I didn't really enjoy it all that much because it had some big issues, but it was alright, you know. Just another MCU not great adaptation, to say the least. But oh yeah, I see. So yeah, the question is, if Marvel decides to make a cartoon sequel to Spider-Man the Animated Series, are they going to wait until Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man finishes? Or are they going to air alongside each other? Or between each other? Like, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man Season 3 drops, then next year there's Spider-Man 98, and then there's Season 4 of Your Friendly Neighborhood. Who knows, we'll see. Or maybe they're just going to wait until Your Friendly Neighborhood ends, which I wouldn't even complain if it happened sooner because, as I said, I'm not a big fan of that series. This is... oh, yeah, these L-shaped pieces are supposed to go here. And that comic that I talked about, it comes out in September, I think. Wait. Huh. That's actually pretty soon. Either September or October. Either way, I can't wait. And it's going to be only a 4-issue miniseries, but that's okay. But there's one thing I really don't like, and it's that they didn't let know the original writer of the original show. He just didn't know this was going to be made a thing. And now this series is being continued without him. And that's not great, but if they make it an actual show, an actual cartoon, I think they are going to get him back, and in that case, I think it's possible he's probably going to decanonize the comic, which is unfortunate, but I can understand it. But that's too much going into speculation. I don't know. I don't feel like doing that right now. So yeah, back to the comic. It's going to feature the debut of some new characters that weren't in the series. Wait. I need to... Oh, yes. It's starting to look a little bit more complete. How lovely. Where did I read? Yeah. So the comic is going to have some new villains and characters which weren't in the original series, but are of course from the original comics. There's going to be Kane, the imperfect clone of Spider-Man, so he's going to be very interesting. What's now? Oh. And there's also going to be Morlun, which is even more interesting, but I'm certainly not complaining. I just hope he's not lame, because recently he was made kind of lame. Am I missing something? Where am I supposed to connect it? Wait. Oh, no. No, that's... Oh, yeah, so I forgot some things. So first I put this here, and then this here. I'm glad this is reaching its completion, because I'm about ready to end this stream soon. It's been very nice, but I'll be happy to have a rest. This stream is what? Oh, almost 2 hours. Yeah, that's about what I expected. So, yeah. Awesome. And then I need to turn him around, turn him around. And all that I can see is just another yellow lemon tree. Ba ba da ba ba da ba da ba. Whatever. So yeah, Morlun and Kane are going to be in the series, and also in a preview, Molten Man made a cameo, but it seems that he might only have a small cameo and that's it. Which is, yeah, okay, I understand it. Molten Man isn't a big character. Did I do something wrong? Where's the piece? I need this brown 1x2, and I can't see it. Well, okay, so I'll briefly start without it. Did I accidentally put it inside Galactus or something? Ah. Yeah, so this goes here. And then I can put this here. And then I could do this if I had the brown piece, but I don't have it. Where did it go? No, I'm so close. Is it you, Galen? Did you steal the piece? Or did I put it somewhere where I wasn't supposed to? No, please help me. I need this piece. Oh, Stefano says hi. I need this brown piece and I can't see it. Maybe it's in the back. Oh, yeah, crisis averted. Crisis averted, a few pieces got left behind in the bag. So now I can safely finish. So this goes here. And then this can go here. And Galactus seems to have a complete head. That's so awesome, finally. Oh, and now... Yeah. Yeah. He's not complete yet. He's still missing his battle skirt. But yeah. I love Galactus so much. He has a really cool design. And oh, it wants me to... I suppose I should have him rest a little bit. Oh, he's like a sleeping baby, so cute. If I could just put that pipe through here. Yeah, here it is. And now I hope we're getting that skirt. Yes, here it is. So, first it wants me to put a sticker number 4 on this. Okay. You know, you often hear in the LEGO community that stickers are bad, and I understand it. I understand that they can be a pain in the butt to deal with, but I'm fine with them. Hold on. Yeah, I personally don't mind them because I can handle them. But I understand that they are a lot of problems for someone because maybe they don't have a steady hand or something, I don't know. And it's a shame that this is something they have to deal with. Oh, we still got a little building. Check this out. I'm building! Building! And then, oh, that's interesting. Several stickers on just one piece. Huh. So first, sticker number 1. Yeah, this is number 1. Excuse me for a few moments. Yep. Then sticker number 3. Oh, I get it. I was a little confused for a moment, but I know what to do now. Oh, oh. I'm sure this is very exciting to you. No! Bad sticker, bad sticker. No, it's kind of sticking to it. No! 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 Carefully, yes. No. Okay, maybe it's gonna work better this way. Yeah, this looks good. Well, it's not flawless, but I definitely understand a lot of people's complaints over the stickers now. Oh, and I still have one more left for this piece, and that's still not going to be everything. Lovely jubbly. Oh god, he's taking over again. So just be careful. Yeah, this one went a lot better and a lot smoother. And I need to do this again. So yeah, sticker number 1. That's this one. Once I'm done with the stickers, if you stick around for a little while, I'm going to show Galactus on my chain layout. I'm sure you are going to like that. That's number 2. Yeah, that belongs here. Quite a lot of stickers, and I get it. Prices are rising, costs are rising, people can't afford sets if they are too expensive, and they are already getting too expensive. So they need to cut some corners, and stickers are a part of that. I get it. But it's still very annoying. Is this good? You tell me. It's a little bit here on the side. I'm going to try to fix it. Yeah, I think I'll be able to do that. But I'm going to need to be very careful. Yes! So, that part is finished. And that belongs here. Click. Click the Galactus. Okay. And then I also need to... Yeah, first I put this part here. And then one final sticker. When they finally release Fantastic Four on streaming, I think I'm going to watch it again because it was a fun movie. They just released Superman on streaming. I don't think I'm going to rewatch it because it was a cool movie, I like it a lot. But I don't know, I don't feel like rewatching it again, especially not this soon. And with that, oh, there's still one more part. A little stand for some minifigures, Johnny probably. So, we're almost done, guys. And then, oh yeah, this way. Okay. And then we just put this thing here. And, oh, I see. So he has this empty spot on the back where you can attach this. And then... Oh wait, you can also hide it with this and make it more secure. Okay, that's very nice. Yeah, that's nice. And now, all I need to do is put the minifigures around. So I'm giving back Johnny his fire, and I'm putting him here. Oh, this is very nice. Oh, Galactus is leaning a little bit. Gotta fix that. Oh, that's nice. His head can articulate very nicely. So I'm going to do that thing that he did in the movie once. Yeah, he's going to stretch it. That was so mean of him. Why did he do that? Is he evil? Wait, I should maybe give... Yeah. It's clobbering time! Hehehe. Okay, now I just put this here. I'll also give Sue an angry face because she is fighting for the life of her planet and her son, so it makes sense she would be angry. You know, it's kind of disappointing. Her shields are this invisible plastic, which is perfectly acceptable, and also this is what her shields look like in the comics. But in the movies, they gave this very nice rainbow effect, and I wish they somehow translated it on the Lego piece, but I don't. That's not necessary. So Sue can be either on Galactus, but well, can I put her here? I'm not sure where to put her. So for now, I'm just going to put her also on his shoe. Okay, and I think we are finally finished. Ho ho ho. Oh, I needed this for so... I'm so glad they finally made a LEGO Galactus, and that he looks so great. And that it comes with the complete Fantastic Four. When LEGO released the Scooby-Doo series a couple years ago, they didn't actually make one set with the entire gang. They split them a little bit, which was so disappointing, and I was worried that they would do the same with the Fantastic Four, but they didn't. They put them all in the same set. Hooray! One last thing I want to do before I put him on the layout is, well, I guess I can also show the layout in the meantime. But here's where I have my comics, and I have the comic where Galactus arrived to aid the world for the first time. Oh, I accidentally kicked the X-Men X-Jet, whoops. But yeah, this is what happened the first time. It's a very, very fun comic. I recommend that you read it if you can. Comment down below if you would like to read it and I can send you a free link. But yeah, this is the first time we see Galactus. And this he is in LEGO form, how he looked in the movie. Yeah, so obviously the helmet is very similar. But even beyond that, yeah, this is very similar. The battle skirt is still here. He still has those purple gloves. A lot of the details are very similar. One thing that's different, and that's because of the movie, not because of the LEGO set, is Galactus has this G logo on his chest, but the movie replaced it with just some symbol that doesn't mean anything. I don't mind this change, it's not a big deal, but yeah, they did that. Yeah, while we're here, we can also look at the Fantastic Four in comic book form. This is such a nice art, but I'm getting distracted. The Watcher is here. Yeah, that's another thing I wish was in the movie. I wish there was a cameo from the Watcher. Even if it was just a quick background thing, I would have appreciated it so much. Now I'm just going to... Hold on. Yeah.
I am Galactus, devourer of worlds. What world did my herald bring me to? What, did you say anything? Be off with you. Now I must construct a machine that will help me extract the resources from this planet. I shall build it atop... this should be a fine place to build my machine on. Oh, never mind, Tidmouth sheds it is. I'm going to eat the planet, but not because I am evil. Have no fear, a rocket is here. Ah!
Oh no! Who is going to save us now? I'm just flying by. I'm not here to stop you. Could the X-Men save us?
Actually, we were just about to head out.
Jean! Pew!
I am going to activate my machine soon unless I am stopped. I don't know why I'm saying this. You're a very bossy engine. I hate you. Goodbye.
So yeah, that was fantastic for... Well, actually not. That was Galactus versus the Island of Sodor. I hoped you enjoyed it. I am going to submit it to the Oscars. And I hope Galactus enjoys his next visit to the Island of Sodor. Maybe he's going to enjoy the Duck Pond crossing. Wait, Galactus, what do you think of this?
I am very fond of this Duck Pond crossing.
Well, unfortunately, Galactus, even though you are a very nice set, I still need to stop you.
Ha! Pitiful mortal, there is nothing on this planet that can stop me. Hello! It's me, Stefano! No! Have mercy! Please! You've mummed your mast, Mia!
You know, maybe I should stop now. You know, Krenke is going to finish him off. Oh wow, I think I actually killed him. Yeah.
Hey, we didn't even do anything!
Hooray! Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah. Let me know if you would maybe like to see me build another Lego set in the future. Maybe Peter Parker's apartment. Maybe I should also do some more live streaming. Live stream something with the layout. I don't know. And yeah, thanks to everyone who watched. Thanks to everyone who commented. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now.